Hey, how's it going? Seth here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to pull comps with the land portal. So if you're at all familiar with the land business, if you've been in this for any length of time, understanding what a piece of land is worth has always been kind of a tricky thing. It used to be that the only way to do this would be to get on a website like Zillow and find whatever recently sold properties that kind of looked somewhat similar to the property that you were trying to value. And hopefully you could get something that was relatively similar. And if you couldn't, you'd have to get something that was pretty dissimilar or maybe a long ways away or sold like 3 years ago and try to take a very incomplete set of information and make sense out of it and somehow apply that to the property you were trying to value. And sometimes that is still kind of what you have to do, but the access to the information and the whole job of finding these comps, the most relevant ones, and figuring out a value based on that, a lot of that work can be done for you right here in the land portal. So in this example, let's say we've got a property in Arkansas, and we're going to say this one is in Garland County. I've got a specific property in mind here. And the only reason I'm showing you this is just so we can understand, what is this property? Like, how big is it? What are the attributes? Does it have road access? Let's turn on some of these filters and understand the contour lines. Is it flat? Are there any wetlands on the property? No, I don't see any of that. Is there a flood zone affecting it? Nope, not at all. So it's a pretty straightforward, simple property with nice road access. Now the land portal has this little AI report button. When you click on it, you're going to see comp report and slope report. I actually have a separate video explaining more about the slope report if you want to check that out. But what we're going to do here is click comp report. Just go ahead and click that. We're going to send the request, and literally in a matter of seconds, we're going to get a nice comp report where the land portal is going to go out and find what it thinks are the most relevant comps that are of a similar size, that are within a reasonable distance, that have sold in the not too distant past. And it's going to put all these together for us and give us what it thinks is the most likely value. This happens very fast. By the way, if you're under the advanced plan, you can pull as many of these things as you want for free. It doesn't cost anything extra. In fact, you can even export an entire list, and you can set it up so that every single exported property on that list has one of these AI valuations. So let's go over here to comp reports now on the left sidebar, and we can see the comp report for the property that we just pulled here. And when we scroll down here, it shows us the slope, which is just a nice little add-on. By the way, I don't know of any other data service that provides this slope data. That's unique to the land portal and super important because the slope has a lot to do with the usability of a property, whether it's the one you're looking at or the comps you're looking at. And the land portal can take that into account. So that's very important right off the bat. But now we can go down here and see the cost estimation, and it's coming up with this value. Is that right? Well, that's kind of the tricky thing about land because it kind of depends. It depends on who your buyer is and what they're willing to pay for it. Depends a lot on the comps you ended up choosing. And on that note of the comps that show up here, so you'll see this list, and the comps near the top, those are the ones that the land portal thinks are the most relevant. And you can see all the information and why it picked those comps as the most relevant ones. It's not going to explain the entire algorithm behind it, but you can just understand, okay, this one here is 6.93 acres. That's pretty similar. The distance is pretty close. The sale price, all right, that's good to know. You can see the sale date. So this happened pretty recently, like less than 3 months ago at the time of this recording. Shows the price per acre. We can see whether or not it's landlocked, and this one is not, which is, by the way, another hugely important thing that has everything to do with the value of a piece of land. If it's landlocked, it's going to sabotage its value. So we can see and verify, no, these comps are not landlocked, just like our subject property is not landlocked. We can also see the amount of road frontage. You can see the amount of wetlands, another super important factor, and the slope. We can also click on this thing that says property details, and it will open up a new tab, which takes us to the parcel map of that comparable property. So we can just get a closer look and understand how similar is that one to the one that we're trying to come up with a value for. Are there any issues about this property that should disqualify it? And we can see, okay, this is good. We don't see any houses on the property. It's got road access. It's a little bit different. I mean, it's definitely not like the exact same thing as the subject property we were looking at, but you can do that for all these properties so that you don't just have to like mindlessly take the land portal's word for it. You can use your own intuition and common sense to decide for yourself. It even gives you this little chart where it shows you your subject property, the one that you just ordered this comp report for, and all the other properties around it. So you can understand just how different those comps comps are from the one that you're looking at. You know, if you've ever valued a piece of land, you know very well this is a very imperfect, imprecise process. Like, it's pretty hard to be 100% certain about what a piece of land is worth. But even with all those difficulties and challenges with valuing land, the land portal just kind of runs out and does a lot of it for you. And, you know, should you make a purchasing decision based on the value that this gives you? I mean, I wouldn't do it without looking closer and really understanding the comps that it shows and whether or not they're actually appropriate. But, you know, I just encourage you to try this for yourself. On your next deal or 2 or 10 that you're evaluating, pull a comp report. If you don't already have the land portal, you can sign up through the affiliate link beneath this video, or I'll show it right here on the screen. You can also get 1,000 free exports if you sign up through that link and get the advanced plan. And by the way, the advanced plan is what you need to get in order to pull unlimited free comp reports like this. So this is a no-brainer. I mean, the fact that it doesn't cost anything extra to pull this, the fact that you can get it in seconds, it doesn't take long to get it, the fact that it gives you a plethora of information behind your subject property and the other comps that it pulls is a first pass at any property. It's totally worth pulling one of these things just to get one perspective for what that thing might be worth. I mean, it's just a huge value here. If you haven't already checked out the land portal, you totally should. It's a great value. This is one of like dozens and dozens of amazing things it can do. And when I say the land portal can do a lot of other stuff, I'm not kidding. I've made a number of other videos already that explain some of the other features it can do. It's information that I would have killed to have earlier in my career because it would have made my life so much easier. Again, be sure to check it out. Don't forget to get those 1,000 free exports if you sign up through the RE Tipster affiliate link. Just be sure to use the coupon code SETH when you sign up for the advanced plan. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.